standing up when the guys, the guys are swinging fairly hard, Pierre. Even especially a full ball like that.
He took a good catch yesterday standing up. I just feel that he was napping a little bit here. Didn't expect that. This is too wide. This is a very good shot. Parker getting 2 wickets in this over, but still going for 16 so far. Well, it's the end of the over. 16 runs of that over. 20 for 2.
Yeah, I think Parker was just looking for that big in-swingers. Obviously, when the ball got hit a couple of times, the ball don't swing as much anymore. That's obviously with the white cricket ball, when it's fairly new, and the first couple of balls they do swing a lot, but after that the swing disappears quickly, especially if the ball gets hit to the boundary for 1 or 2 4s or 6s.
Well, they've bounced back, the Lusaka Heats. Green in his second over. This is in the air, he helps it along.
There's the aggression we spoke about earlier from Green, putting the guy on the back foot. We don't see it in this tournament with a lot of plays where the guys are having pace, putting the guys on the back foot, just making them think.
He's gonna give it. That looked like it's gonna go down the leg side. Luckily, I'm not an umpire. That's out.
Yeah, he just got stuck on the back foot, didn't get forward. That's probably why the umpire gave him out.
That's the third wicket. They just got previous over. They got momentum back. They've given it back. We don't have a great angle here, but my initial thinking was that it's going to just go down the leg side. But the umpire immediately nodded his head and he said, "You're gone." He's trapped in the crease. That's one thing. But yeah, he's very deep in the crease.
But I think from our angle, it's quite tough to see that actually. It's a very good follow-up delivery there from Green, nice and full. He's hitting that Yorker line very nicely this morning.
Yeah, that was beaten by pace. Again, full outside half of the bat. It's going to go for 4. Just use the pace of Green.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having these big bats these days. Outside of the bat, the ball races to the boundary.
It's a batter's game, Henry. That's a good delivery, that race for 4. He did nothing wrong. Oh, he's clean bowled. He comes back. Not sure about the shot selection, but it's the 4th wicket.
Yeah, I don't know what the thought process there was at that very moment in time, but yeah, it obviously didn't work for him. He went 4 runs off 3 deliveries. And Lusaka is 25 for 4.
Top of off.
I think a very good thing from the Blitz in this tournament, like I said, they're taking wickets up front. And there's nothing better to stop the rate or the flow of a game than taking wickets.
Well, that's the end of Husu. Lusaka Heats 25 for 4. Deep in trouble. Javed Patel. He needs to get his team out of this trouble. But you've got to question this shot selection. Oh, first ball, straight to the fielder. It's the end of the over. A very good over by Green. He's picked up 2 wickets in his 2 overs. Lusaka Heats 25 for 4. Well, we're going to take a breather and make way for Victor and Pommy.
Yeah, they just have a little bit of hurry up in comparison to what's around in the 4 teams and the other 3 teams. And so it gets a few jumping up and down. Yeah, nicely timed that, using the pace, work square, and away it goes for 4. For Sohail.
Yeah, Sohail needs to hold his innings together. His team is under pressure, having lost already 4 wickets, and we're in over number 4, last over of the power play.
Hey, what was it? It was Pierre actually yesterday here saying, you can't get bowled on 10 overs here. Well, here we go.
Especially with a start like this, and that's why the Blitz are such favourites. It's the bowling attack that they have.
Oh, you've changed, have you?
No, I haven't changed.
Okay.
I'm just saying they're favourites.
Okay.
Obviously, the Heat's not looking good at the moment.
Yeah, Heat's not on their way. But you never know, though. All you have to do is get to the final, and you never
You
know
get
on
to
the
get-
day.
It's actually there's 4 teams, and there's a knockout. Top 3 obviously qualify, and they play in that knockout and the eliminator. They only need to qualify to number 3, and you never know how thing goes about. You know, one bad day and you in the final and you win it. But just an overall thing, and I think it was me and Andrew were talking about this team, the Blitzers. Remember, they were chasing 65 and sort of lost their way and getting there. And when they played yesterday, the final game, you probably thought, oh, what's going to happen when they chase a bigger total? They were playing against the Kings, as they needed 40 of 4 runs to go, and they'd lost a couple of wickets. Well, they answered that question, because Green walked in and smashed 22 in 1 over. So it just looks like they're a well-balanced side, and they have some hitters in that batting lineup. But they've done well with the ball so far. You look at Stowe bowl, isn't it? I mean, the first ball that he bowls, he pitches out just outside off stump, and he gets the ball to swing away from the right-hander. and the next couple of balls are sort of straightish, and they just go with the angle and they go wide. And generally coaches will say, stop looking for the magic ball.
Yeah, I think it's also half an action. It's an incomplete action as he bowls, and it might be, you know, we were looking at the start of the day in game one and saying stiff bodies. Yeah, same story for them. These blitz fellas, they've got to come in and try and run in again and make sure that the action's being complete. It's nice though, and just, you know, thinking couple of overs is your whole spell. Oh, wow, what a pleasure. I think you're hardly warmed up.
That's the problem though. Day number one is okay because you're hyped up about the first day, your body is fine. The problem is by the time you come into game number two, day number two, when you're getting halfway in your second over, your spell's done. You've already gone for a few, and that's the problem.
By about game three, you'll be ready to bowl. I'm ready, Skip. No, you're done for the day.
Exactly.
Let's go, boy.
Money for Jam, that. Absolutely money for Jam. Short, leggy, trying to get himself started, get the fingers warmed up. Drags it down. And Patel says, thank you. Yeah, we need these runs. Smash. And again. This time shouts of catch it. Look at that, he's picked the man out. He didn't hit it out the middle of the bat. Identical deliveries. I don't think you should be celebrating that one. No, you might well apologize.
It all counts, Bob. It all counts. He gets his first after going for disappearing for 6. Yeah, Patel will be very disappointed with that because it is another opportunity. This time he tries to hit it a little bit squarer. In the previous one he hit it straighter. He's gone for 7. 41 for 5 now, the Heats. Just tries to smoke that, doesn't he? And just picks up the fielder.
Don't know if you do anything else but smoke that. Had to smash it. It needed to go into the tennis court.
Did you see that expression when he bowled? He just held his. What did I do?
I don't think so. No celebration. Yeah, I think back. You'd be a bit shy, isn't it? You come into the huddle with everyone and you bowled the rank long hop and someone's cut it to point and you go, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. Oh, great nut. Yeah, once it gets warmed up, and I hope it's just a couple of balls that were dragged down from the leggy, he potentially can run through the side. I remember yesterday, I think it was in their first game, where he'd bowl the leggies and then he'd just bowl a seamer, and it was quite quick.
I think that's how he got his first wicket as well, didn't he? Got a very quick arm ball as well, and he bowled well though. I think the all-round attack is a good one.
Yeah, nicely struck. Yeah, not happy with how he's finished. Got a wicket though. Got to be happy about that. 47 for 5. Partnership. They need one. Someone to bat 3 or 4 overs and kind of take control of their innings. And Lusaka Heats.
on that helmet, man. I want to hit on the helmet. Helmet. I want those 5 runs.
Fielded Squire. Off the edge, it's gone fine. Yeah, nice. Good running. Had to be two.
Sort of look at just the scorecard. You know, it's a team that lost 5 wickets, but they're still batting at like 9 runs to the over. You know, it's not too bad, and that's why it's so important, the point that you make about a partnership that they need. If they can just form some sort of partnership and just bat for the next 3 overs, they can get close to 80, maybe 90. They have a chance then.
Leg stump.
Just from completion of the action, you see he gets a little bit of shape. There's Stowe. See Henry David's climbing into that because it's nice and wide. It's always going away. And then there, half the action. Action not completed. It's trying to sort of put it there, not bowl it there. Just get through that ball, and it ends up with a broken wrist, and yeah. And then as you walk back, see the shake of the head, be in the bonnet. There you go. And you can see the stiffness. Yesterday was a nice fluent run up, and yeah, the legs, arms pumping, no problem, and get through, a bit of a follow through. No follow throughs today. Just, can I get out this over, please?
Just remember that pre-season game, you know, the first game you play. Bowled him! Lovely delivery to end the over. Nicely done. 51 for 6.
Yeah, I do. Oh, pre-season. I suppose it sort of developed, sort of evolved over time. You went from being youngster and having pre-season and then the season, and you'd play all other sports. And then once you started playing cricket sort of full time, you didn't really have an off season, did you? Because as Deepak Siroya, he's gone for 5. You didn't really have an off season because you'd have a maybe month off or so, but not a complete month off, and you'd play cricket through the year, whether you were in county cricket or club cricket over in the UK, and because of the alternating seasons, you kind of stayed in some sort of shape, and you forgot what stiffness was. And if you did ever sort of decide, right, I'm not going over this year, I'm just going to relax, you know, let my body recuperate. Whoa, that preseason was a killer. And then the first game, even worse. First 4-day game. You know, those feet. Whew.
What I can tell you though, Pom, is from coming from Bloemfontein, there's a cricket field there, Central University, and that is meant for pre-season. And there you will bowl till you can bowl. Normally batsmen just retire because you can't get them out. That's how flat it is. Just say, well, we're here to bowl, we're here to try and activate your body for the season. driven well over the boundary, and they needed that 6. It's a good hit.
Yeah, old Hayden just walks in there. How's that for a first shot? Just absolutely smoked for 6. No hassles whatsoever. Really clean swing.
Get in! Wait. That's all ball there. Ball, Wagga.
He's batting and umpiring as well, isn't he? It's like, hey, what about the wide? It's not wide. Out. Oh, no, not out. Dropped.
Yeah, the bowler will be very disappointed. I know that his first wicket was a long hop, but that one he would have thought that the fielder would have taken that. Especially the fact that he's done all the hard work. Just took his eye off the ball there. The last minute, the important moment. Sohail as well, that he drops.
Let's go, boy. Catch! Someone!
It's a great effort to work it onto that side. Sure, he didn't get to it at all, and then just whip with the wrists. That's the end of the over. 62 for 6.
Yeah, the drop catch once again, and he's just trying to hit that, but he doesn't get enough of it. So first of all, the fielder, what the fielder trying to do is he's trying to get in to make sure that he gets to the ball. He does that, but unfortunately, just at the last moment, he just drops the ball, takes his eyes off it, and that's why there's a drop catch. Okay, I'm gonna make my way. Pierre the Brain will join Paul Mbangwa.
On, Craig!
It had to go all the way with that swing. He swung hard at that.
Yeah, they're losing wickets, but they also keep scoring runs. A very positive approach, very confident approach. Oh, good fielding. It's the young man. Took a catch earlier.
Thank you.
A lot of changes in the field now. It's good running.
Yeah, I've been looking at that score and run rate the whole time, and the shots that are being played, and it kind of doesn't compute well. You know, 6 wickets down, and if you're 6 wickets down, how are you going at tens? You know, you expect that the wickets would slow things down completely, and there'd be nothing happening. But no, they're still going at a decent enough rate.
They are. But I think, Pom, the more we're going to see this format, I think it's going to become a situation where you can be very strategic in terms of selection, where if you're 6 down, it's actually not that bad. Your number 8 batsman is or your number 9 batter is a proper hitter. So you don't want to be only 2-3 down in a T10 match. I think it will be interesting discussions the more we're going to see this format, the approach, the strategic, the tactics, the selection, all of that.
In looking at T10, and it's terrible, because remember yesterday I asked you whether you think about things from a bowling perspective or from a batting perspective. I always think you should only have 7 wickets, because it's 10 overs, you know, not 10 wickets.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. That I feel that the power play it's too big. You can't have nearly half your overs the power play. This is the young man. His first delivery is a short one, but it's straight to the fielder.
Oh, the other leg spinner also had one. First one short out the ground, next one short, straight to the fielder.
Oh, this is a long hop. He could have done anything with that, but he decided to hit it straight to the fielder. And if we were following Pommy and Bangwa's playing conditions, they would have been bowled out now.
Yes, they would have been. And so they might have been a bit more careful.
I don't want them to be careful. I want to see fireworks. I want to see batsmen actually, you know, you lose your wicket, you lose your wicket.
Oh, you see, no.
You're too old school.
No, there's got to be a prize on your wicket. Come on. You got what? You might as well have a bowling machine then.
But the one thing that I feel in selection in this format, do you really need 5 specialist bowlers, or do you believe that you're going to pick 3 specialist bowlers, 2 seamers and 1 spinner, for an example? You just want to win 3 overs in the game or in the innings. The other 2 bowlers can be part-time bowlers, but their job is got to be primarily to bat. So that gives the number 9 batsman that just walked in now, he could be a specialist type of batsman for these situations. I don't know, I'm just thinking of nice ideas going forward in how you can approach this format.
And I hear you. I think you have to be strategic that way with this format. And so much of... It's nicely played. You're not going to have anybody there. Played it so late. And the skill in that with Snart bowling so slowly is incredible. For Mehul to be able to wait and wait and wait and hit it that late and generate the pace to get it for 4. Play that nicely.
He did. They're still going at 10s, although they've lost 7 wickets. His first ball, Patel. His first ball went to the boundary. He's going again. Oh! Was that a chance? No. But it's straight to the fielder this time.
Yeah, I think so much of when you go from the purest form, 5 days, 4 days, first class, whatever you want to call it, and you go to the limited overs versions. Oh, has he hit it well enough? No, he hasn't. Catch taken. And another one down.
That's another long up down the throat of the fielder. 80 for 8. The young man, Snart, he picks up his second wicket in his over.
Yeah, gone for 26. Yeah, he's helped. 26 out of 80 runs. Good work. Yeah, he'd be distraught here because he should have hit that away. He felt that he should have got that to the boundary. He's thinking 6 rather than 4 though. And so because it's in the air and he hasn't quite got it. Out. Yeah, in deconstructing the main format, the unfortunate thing many a time is you know, coaches and whoever it is will work from that format rather than working from a clean white sheet. It's got to be a clean canvas and think out. No, down. Oh dear, that's a goober. Oh dear. Oh well. Get him next time. 80 for 8.
Goodness. It's Badcock. He's put it down. Can you believe it? You do not get them easier than this. Pops it up. He thinks it's too easy. He does not know where to hide right now.
Yeah, so I'm saying you got to work from a clean slate. Not think test matches, not think 5 specialist bowlers or 4. So don't think that way. You see, in limited overs, all limited overs cricket, everyone's thinking 5 bowlers. Because, you know, you divide the 50 overs between them. And so every format has whatever overs divided between the 5. But, well, no, actually, not necessary.
Yeah, it's interesting discussions. I think it's important to keep on evolving the game, but as you correctly say, is that the purist still wants to watch good test cricket, for example. This format is a new format. The power play in this format should be 2 overs. 1 short run. Should be 2 overs, not 4.
Yeah, and I think rather than deconstruct the purest form, just construct a new one. Yes, it's not, and I don't think they're the same games. Like, do you know what I mean? Yes, it's cricket, but if you think about what you have to do in a first class game and what you might want to do in a T10 game.
Exactly. Think out the box. Oh, another one down. It's the captain, Squire. He's put it down. They've put a couple down. I hope they didn't have a late night last night.
I hope they did, because otherwise they'd have no excuses.
Correct.
Get it in!
They got through for 2. They're approaching 90. 2 deliveries remaining. Will they get to that 90 mark?
Yeah, nothing on the delivery. Just one ball to go in the innings then. Yeah, they were all right. Kept losing wickets, and just at the back end would have liked someone to bat, you know, the last 2-3 overs. That way, they might well have been able to get 20 or so, whatever it is. Yeah, didn't happen. In the end, it's a good comeback at the death by the bowling side.
Yeah, there was a good over here by Russell. But the Heats, they've got something on the board. They've got something on the board. They managed to bat their 10 overs. It's one of those tricky ones. But so good to see these young kids having fun. And that is thanks to Bet Barter, the sponsor. Batting card, Sahel, 26 of 19. No one really got going apart from Sahel.
.23 from 13 is the best partnership, and you'd like that sort of thing to happen, you know, last wicket, the last partnership there is, where they can bat for 13, 14, 15 balls together. Then you have the upper hand somewhat and you get a good finish. Economy 4, outstanding. 6, yeah, really good. 7 as well. In a game where you're sort of aiming to be below 10s, and so if you have most of your bowlers below that, you've done a good job. Yeah, the Heats will have to be happy with 86 for 8. For the Ndola Blitz, must get 87 if they are to win a 3rd game in succession. See how they go. Not too long from now. Yeah, look at the wickets to fall, and there were many of them. Shots were played, lots of shots played.
That was clean bowl. This was the youngster. Not the best deliveries, not the best shots. That one in the same over, straight to the fielder.
Yeah, they'll be happy with their work. I think right at the back end, they took wickets up front, and then bowling, they'd have lost their way a little bit. Felt that the rate was too much, really, for them having taken wickets, and at the back end managed to stall the progress of the Heat. And so the Ndola Blitz, I think, will be relatively happy with chasing down 86. They need 87 to win.
Yeah, welcome back. Ndola Blitz, they'll need 87 runs to win. Have won their first 2 games. Have bowled very well once again in the first part of the game. Look, a decent unit, H.
Very well balanced unit, Vic. We spoke about it yesterday, the balance that they had, the back end, and obviously in the front, you know. So I think they've got a decent total, not a big total, and we've seen with the last couple of games, you never know what is enough in this format.
I think also if you just had a look at how Lusaka batted, you know, even though they lost so many wickets up front, they still maintained a good run rate. And maybe slightly disappointing towards the end that they managed to get to 86. You probably look at how they were going, and they might just get close to 100, maybe 95, 99 or something, 10 more runs. But nonetheless, 40 for 5, you end up getting 86. Not a bad effort. Fletcher to open the batting. See how destructive he can be. Hawks were the leg spinner, his partner on the other side.
This Fletcher had a good start in both games yesterday. He played some very good cricket shots off the back foot, especially over cover. It looks like his favourite area, which is not a bad area to hit, because there's not a lot of fielders there, Vic.
You would know that, wouldn't you? And that's what you need to do, you know. I mean, you would have the experience of batting in power plays. It's just about some good cricketing shots, and that's what he does. And he's probably just let himself down. That he's probably played one too many, you know, the one slog shot that he didn't really need to play. And hopefully he's learned from that.
We'll have to see, Vic. The way he's been batting, I think, is only one way, and which is attacking, which is a great way to go. As the first ball, beautiful cricket shot through extra cover before. Vic, for me, that was the shot of the day so far.
Yeah, what quality shot that by Fletcher. Siroya was really struggling, isn't it? That's like a proper loosener, that first ball that he runs in. He has the new ball in his hand, and he just bowled a floater outside the off stump. And if you're a batsman, or so what, can actually just see the smile on Fletcher's face. That's better. Let's hit the deck a little bit harder. Good running.
Very good running, Vic. I think what you say with Siroya, I think the first 2 games, coming around the wicket, he swung the ball massively, actually. So some days where you pick a ball that don't swing, you'd know, Vic. And I think that first was obviously looking for swing, and there was no swing, and he bowled a very nice, juicy, wide, half volley to the batter, which obviously most batters' eyes will light up.
I also think that it's the length. That's the problem sometimes when you're searching for the swing. I think the length, you just start up with the length, try and just get your body going. But when you go for a boundary first up, you put yourself under so much pressure. That's also just not a good shot. It's way outside the off stump. The batsman leaves that. It goes for called a wide, but not to be. Fletcher sees an opportunity, and it's another boundary.
And again, it's another good start by the Vic. 10 runs after 4 balls, which obviously I'm big on setting the tone. You know, the first couple of overs, either with a bat or with a ball. You know, for now, for the Heat to defend the score, they know they're under pressure because they're 10 out of 4 balls, and it's only the first couple of deliveries. So if you have a good start, it's easier to go about your gameplay. That's much better. No width and a better length. Like you just said, now the length is very important in any format, and especially in this format. You can't give freebies away. And there's been a couple of freebies in this first couple deliveries by Siroya.
You sort of have a look, and you what you want is you want batsmen to go searching, don't you? You don't want to give them freebies because you only have the two overs that you need to bowl. You're taking the first over. 85 is not such a big total. You need to start well, and he hasn't started well here. He's bowled a couple of wide deliveries. This one is just on the pads, and it races away for another boundary. Wonderful start here for the Blitz. 15 without loss.
Yes, beautiful start. Another thing is, as a captain, it's tough to set your field. You want to have the ideal field set to what your bowler wants. But if you get hit on both sides of the field for boundaries, then it's tough. You know, he's been hit for 2 boundaries in offside, 1 through square leg. So it's difficult to set your field or set a game plan for your bowlers as well.
So a lot to do now for the Heats. First over gone for 15 runs. And that's just pressure though. You just feel as a fielding side, that's not the start that you need. 85 is a chance, you know, you're giving yourself an opportunity. But provided your bowlers back it up, you need to start well, you need to create opportunities, not to be 3-4s in that over. The batsman didn't need to look for anything. It was just 3 bad balls that got put away. And with the restrictions, well, it doesn't help much.
Yes, like you said, with 85, you there, thereabouts, you know, a couple of good overs. Then that rate would go to 10 very quickly. But at the moment, obviously, with a start like that, you're behind the 8 ball already. So the guys coming in with the ball, they need to be on the button, you know, getting the dot ball, getting wickets, not dot balls. I think wickets will obviously stop the flow of runs being scored.
A lot of work to be done here by Patel. His partner on the other side's gone for 15, and it's his job now to try and see if he can bring that run rate down. 13 and a half now to the over. Try and get it, just half it a bit, you know, get it to 10 runs and over, and that's how you work your way around it. Nicely bowled, very straight, no run.
Yeah, and it's interesting with the field placement as well. Obviously with the off spinner, it looks like they've got the mid on up, which is obviously a massive area in the field to hit spinners basically. So we'll see the execution of the bowler, because it's going to depend where the ball's going to get hit.
And then when you don't get the opportunity to hit the boundary, it's important to run well between the wickets, because it just keeps that run rate going. As an opportunity come, you get a boundary, all of a sudden it's 10 runs to the over. Team feels under pressure. Or as it goes on as a bowler, you just feel that there's so much to be done. That's a beautiful shot. Just allow the ball to come on and placed it nicely for 4.
It's very clever cricket there, Vicky. So like you said, held on very nicely, using the pace, a slightly quicker ball from Patel and Oxworth. Very clever, and just guiding the ball through fine leg for another boundary.
That's a difficult chance. Will go down as a chance, and you can see how annoyed is the keeper, because there's an opportunity. They need to get a breakthrough, need to break this partnership. That is really a difficult chance. Chance. Just wide. Throw wasn't a good one. Good over for the Blitz. 23 without loss.
Yes, Vic, with the last 2 deliveries, they had 2 chances. And a game like this, when you have 2 guys going at the moment and they're batting well, you need to take those opportunities. Obviously, with that catch, it was a difficult one, but the run could have been a lot better result for the Heat.
You just need something to break it, isn't it? You need to break the momentum somehow, whether you're bowling or batting. At the moment, the momentum is all definitely on the batting side. Going quite nicely, 23 without loss. Only 64 needed now. Just get a wicket, just change the momentum of the game, because and I think in T20 a partnership develops quickly, but this one is already a good partnership, and that's what you need.
Yes, 100%. And obviously, as you see in the other games as well, it happens very quickly. You can either win a game in 1 over, or you can fall behind the game in the space of 1 over. You know, when you don't go for runs, 3 run over with a wicket or 2 here and there, and then you're behind 8 ball. I think this is the beauty of this of this format because it changes so quickly.
Mudunuri is the new bowler. Yeah, his partner went for 8. It was, what was it? 15, then 8. Good start. Lovely start.
I think that's a lovely length and some lovely late swing from Mudunuri. It's a good start. Obviously, like I said, and now just the follow-up ball, making sure not to change too much, just to keep it nice and simple, and the batsman make the play instead of you as a bowler go turn to look for it.
Straight to the fielder. There's protection on that mid-wicket boundary, just the single.
Because love his lines. You can see there's a plan. He knows where he wants the ball to go. You know, going nice and full on middle and leg. If the guy play with a straight bat, he's got cover there on the cow at the cow corner. I think the other fielder is either a long off or mid off, but he knows where he wants to be attacked. You know, instead of bowling wide deliveries where there's no protection.
Nice start this. First delivery swung away from the batsman. A clear plan. Wicket to wicket. Not great pace, but the control is good so far. Smashed away. Smashed away for 4.
Vic, as a bowler, you know the batter is coming. You both 3 very good deliveries. You've gone for 1 run and 3 deliveries. You know the batter is coming. So, like, you know, obviously, if you prepare well, you know where the batter will try to go. Because most batters have 1 or 2 release shots. And that's one thing you can counter. So I think the guys have seen Fletcher bat in the first couple of games where he likes running at the wicket, or he'll go very deep in his crease, specifically of the spinners. So something that the guys can prepare going forward and try to counter that.
And the other thing also is Mudunari is not of great pace either, Andre, as the keeper can then come up just to protect the length that he bowls. You know, at the moment he's using that crease quite well. It's well fielded, very well fielded to get something behind.
That was a very good knee there, Vic. Just looking at the keeper where he's standing, I just think he's a little. I know Mudunuri's not that quick, but it's a little bit of nowhere at the moment. You know where he's standing. He might as well stand up, because if the batter gets out, then I don't think he's going to have enough time to get to the ball, to catch the ball basically.
Dot ball. That's a good over that. Apart from the boundary that was scored, it's just 6 runs from it, 29 without loss.
There's some good sportsmanship there from the wicketkeeper, saying no, he can hit it very quickly as well. It's good to see, especially in the competitive environment. And Victor Bitzang just left. And welcome back, Pierre de Bruin. Got an interesting game here for us, Pierre.
Yeah, it's interesting. No wickets down so far. That's a bonus. 3 overs done, and you still haven't lost a wicket. So you would feel that it's advantage Blitz at the moment. Nice to see some supporters coming to watch cricket. So Hill, he is in the bowling attack. Fletcher, 16 of 9. Hawksworth, 12 of 9. 1 over remaining in the power play. What's their approach going to be? It's just guided beautifully. Pass point for a boundary.
Beautiful cricket shot by Fletcher. He definitely loves playing through the offside. He's got very good hands, waiting for the ball very nicely, especially with a new bowler coming on. He's not going too hard at the ball, which is very good to see.
There was a touch of class there. You've got to have talent to be able to play that shot, because number one, you've got to play it very late. Number two, you've got to place the ball in a gap, which he's done perfectly.
The Lusaka Heat, they're in a bit of a pickle here. They need wickets very quickly. I don't think runs going to be an issue right to contain them. They need wickets just to put the Blitz back a little bit.
Oh, again in that gap. This time he advances down the wicket. Again, just guided it perfectly into the gap.
And it's again, there's too much width, you know. His protection is on the leg side. He's just offering a bit too much width to Fletcher, which obviously loves it, you know. So Hale's got to get back on the button and just bowl to his fielders on the boundary.
I reckon for this batsman Fletcher, you need protection on the offside. Around the wicket. Oh, he's asking the question. I think it's off the boot. Would have just missed the leg stump, but it's another boundary.
But I think from a bowling point of view, I think it was very good execution. A tad unlucky, you know. Obviously, you don't want to give him room, so coming around the wicket is thinking ahead, trying to do something different, which obviously worked, but the result wasn't what they wanted.
Yeah, he's changed the angle. He wants to get out of that hitting area of Fletcher, which he prefers on the offside. This time he's over the wicket again, slower delivery. Just a single.
Two balls left from Searle. I think he wants to obviously not go for a boundary. Ideally, you know, he wants to close off there with his last two deliveries.
Oh, plain miss. Big swing. It's almost the perfect start in this power play. No wickets down. You're going at 10s. There's one delivery left.
Pierre, I can almost put money on there's going to be a massive swing.
Yeah, it's the last ball with two fielders out. Why not? 10 wickets in hand. Well bowled, well played. Single. End of the fourth, 43 without loss.
That's a good finish there from Searle, obviously limiting the damage after going for a couple of boundaries early on in his over. But like you said, the Ndola Blitz are in a very good position now, 43 after the power play, and they set up in a very, very strong position.
Yeah, that first over was very expensive, and the last over of the power play as well. 44 runs needed of 36 balls. It should be a walk in the park. It should be. But we've seen many twists and turns.
I wouldn't mind seeing a bit of a twist, Pierre, just to see how the Blitz react. Because obviously you're coasting the guys in the shed, they're very relaxed, you know. It'd be nice to see a little bang bang and to see how the guys react.
Well, I feel that they need a twist like a hat-trick. We saw a hat-trick yesterday. Mukesh. Captain in the bowling attack. Well bowled, straight, well played. Great timing.
I was just about to say, it's beautiful timing that, but obviously a very good start from Mukesh. Straight, ideal, no width, no pace on it as well, but very well stroked through mid wicket from Hawksworth.
Again, but this time straight to the fielder. Still getting through for a single. Oh, just a little scoop for a boundary. Well played, nice touch.
Very good cricket shot, even though it's a massive outfield and there's no pace on that delivery. The outfield is very quick, so you do get value for your runs here.
That's the 50 on the board, also the 50 partnership. Well done, these two, Fletcher, Hawksworth. And it comes of a good rate, 50 of 28 deliveries. Just punched it on the leg side for single.
That's very well bowled. I still think that the East need to do something different. They need to take wickets. They can't just bowl. It's way too easy for the Blitz at the moment. They need to do something different. Maybe take a risk or two, bringing the odd fielder up and trying to force the bats to do something different.
Again, it's too easy. It's too easy. Got to try something, bring a couple of fielders closer, get a couple of dots. It's end of the 5th over at 52 without loss. Fairly relaxed, the team in red.
Yeah, what do you call that? Is that the beat bar shed?
Big Barter shed, viewing area for both teams. You can see it's brand new as well. So these type of tournaments also improves your infrastructure. And all credit to Bet Barter.
And you can see in that shed who's the more relaxed team, who's in control of this game at this very moment.
So it brings people to come and watch cricket. All of them looks like enjoying a nice cold one. It's definitely not orange juice in those bottles.
And what a perfect day. Another beautiful day in Africa, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's nice to be outside watching live cricket again.
Patel in the bowling attack. This is swept. And it's swept for boundary. First ball. This time it's Hawksworth. He moves to 21. Again swept, but now straight to the fielder. Good fielding.
Yes, but I think he moved his fielder around. I think he was too far in front with the previous delivery, because I was very much in the same direction where that one went.
Reverse sweep. Is there a run out chance? No. It's
good to see a nice early call there. You've seen a lot of indecision with with the running between the wickets. The running hasn't been great, but that was nice, a very nice early call, which is also good in this format.
Again, straight to the field. That's what you need. Bring some of the fielders closer. Get a couple of dots. Make them work harder for those singles. If you go down with a fight, at least. Use these feet. Nearly ran past that.
Yes, but it's funny when you see, obviously they need less than a run, just almost a run a ball, you know, and still 2 dot balls, and the batter feels like I need to go to something spectacular.
I just get a feeling something's going to happen here. Is it time for a wicket? Both these batsmen just trying to overhit at the moment. That's a lovely sweep. Good timing, but straight to the fielder. It's the end of the over. 59.
Ndola Blitz, while in control, needing 28 runs of 24 balls. The only way that will be an indifferent result is, like you say, said earlier, a hat-trick, maybe 2 hat-tricks.
Now they need 7 runs per over. That previous over cost them 7 runs. Even if it feels like it's going to be really difficult now, as a team, you still want to put up a fight.
I think I'd rather lose the game in 7 or 8 overs, you know, than in the game cruise, the batters just cruise, you get the odd one here and there, you know, to win the game.
It's the captain again. There's the wicket. There's the celebration. It was going to come. It was around the corner. The kettle was boiling. And it's the first wicket. Hawksworth.
He saw himself off his feet there, Pierre. Like you said, you felt something was going to happen. And the way they were going, it was a very good delivery. Came down the wicket, his head was everywhere. You know, obviously when you come down the wicket and you're not at the ball, you try to be as still as you can and be as balanced as you can. And you can see that the reason why he missed that ball was absolutely nowhere, no balance, head in the air and just swung as hard as he can, basically hoping he was going to hit the ball.
It was a good innings. It was a good partnership. Green, the fast bowler, he walks in.
He had a brilliant knock yesterday, finished the game for the Blitz yesterday when they were almost out of it. He hit 22 runs in the 3rd last over, I think.
Yeah, nice and positive first delivery. I like the kid. I think there's a lot of talent there. He's got the new ball in his hand. He bats 3. He looks confident. He's got nice long levers. That's wide, but straight to the fielder.
I like that cover being up as well, like we said, they got to do something different, trying getting the batter do something different, you know, trying to force the ball through the covers. Like I said, yeah, Green, he looks a good cricketer. He finished the game yesterday. I think they sent him in earlier today just to come and finish this game off, you know, not trying to drag it on too long.
Use his feet. That is a maximum. That's huge.
That was a beautiful cricket shot. I would love Fletcher to go back and just have a look at this with the others where he got out and he missed. The way he got to the ball and just have a nice easy swing without forcing it. And it's so easy to say for us, you know, just you must do that, but in that moment your head goes at 200 miles an hour.
But also he looked to hit the ball straight there. The other batsmen we see getting it wrong. They're aiming too square. Good fielding. End of the 7th over. 67 for 1. And for the last 3 overs, Victor Mptsang and Pomi Mbangwa.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Only 3 players inside. One good one. The only one. Oh! The only one. Come on, keep on. Report.
Oh, the aggression with which the shout came illustrates what's happening in the game for the Heat. They need something drastic to happen. All too easy for the Blitz. They've sorted this one. Well, just about. 16 to get from just 15. Yeah, barring some catastrophic collapse, they should get over the line.
Yeah, just clinical, isn't it? First with the ball, now with the bat. Opening partnership of 59 just sets it up quite nicely. Also, it's a decent strike rate, because also made sure that that run rate, the required run rate, comes down. So, captain, next man in. I'm expecting these two to finish the job.
Okay. Last ball. Very good over.
They were placed. So they just got too close to it. As it ran down, it was a full toss. Had to try and make sure he had the room, but they opened up the wrist and got it wide of long off, and it's away for 4.
He swings hard, doesn't he? Full face, full swing of the bat, and races away for 4. It's been a good innings this by Fletcher. A couple of starts in the tournament so far, and today it's been good. 47 of 27. Decent strike rate as well.
Oh, that's gone straight up. Straight up and not very far. Hit right up at the splice. Yeah, trying to strike it big to finish off. Good work so far. Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah, we saw him hit a couple of big ones yesterday, but today just a bit of touch as well in his game. Green being sent in at number 3 because of what he had done in the previous game yesterday, just to make sure that they finish the game. He's obviously been identified as one of the hitters in the team. A good strike, no run. It was a lovely strike that by Green. Too good. A change of a stump, so let's wait a touch.
Clean break. And everybody jumping out the way so they don't get spiked. Nice shot. Only get one, but that's all right.
Does Green finish it?
You watch, he will.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. What are you doing? Smash it.
He wants his partner to get 50.
Oh, come on. And then you lose by net run rate somewhere along the line. Just the 2 runs then for the Blitz to be victorious once again. There you go. He'll certainly get a couple. And the couple is what Fletcher requires to get to a half century. The applause is doubly apt. For the 50 personal milestone and for the win. Ndola Blitz by 9 wickets. Clinical.
Yeah, very clinical. First with the ball and now with the bat. And apart from the start that he's had, Fletcher was very watchful today. Decent strike rate comes with that 50. So it's been a good performance by the Blitz. Very good batting performance. Does it look like they're getting better every single game with a bat.
One man. Fletcher. Well batted, Fletcher. He's coming for that orange cap. Well done. Lovely batting.
I don't know, act awkward.
Hi, Dad.
Anyone got a pen, you can sign the lens.
Yeah, let's look at the summary of this match. The Heats, not enough runs. 86 for 8, lost wickets all the way through their innings. Even though they're going at a good rate, couldn't quite finish off as they would have liked. And then the Ndola Blitz timed it perfectly, started well, didn't lose many wickets, just the 1 wicket falling. And Fletcher getting a half century as well, undefeated. So Ndola Blitz, 3rd win. They haven't lost a game yet. They win by 9 wickets. So they'll need to try and redeem themselves. The Heats, lost just now, must get back on the park. Play against the Kabwe Stars. Yeah, confirmation. What's happened today? The Kabwe Stars beating the Kitwe Kings by 6 wickets, and then the Blitz just done, winning by 9 wickets against the Ndola Heats. correction, the Lusaka Heats. And the Lusaka Heats will play again.
A successful run chase by the Ndola Blitz of 88. What a good fielding it was from them initially, and then they came out to bat and did catch out the Kitwe Kings, and that was a derby of the Copper Belt. Now next up will be Lusaka Kings, Lusaka Heats taking on the Cowboy Stars, and that'll be game 2 for both of the teams. And straight away we have the captains from both teams, of course, Joseph and Mukesh. We're going to go into the coin toss, and of course the home team being Joseph. So the toss and Mukesh making the call.
Heads.
So the call is heads from Mukesh and tails we have. So Joseph, your call.
Yeah, knowing that we've scooped this toss, I think what we're going to do now, we're going to bowl first.
How did you won the toss in the first game that you played today, and how did it go making the call for what you did?
It went in favor of our plan. Yeah, so I think it's just okay. We hope we'll be able to optimize whatever will happen on the field for this particular game.
So confirmation again, what's your call?
I'm fielding first.
Okay. So call from Stars is to field first. Mukesh, you guys are going to bat?
Yes, we are intended to bat, and luckily he has given us batting also, so I'm happy with the toss.
Okay.
Yes.
So captains, all the best. Yeah. So that's the call from both captains, Mukesh and Joseph there from Lusaka Leeds, and of course Cowboy Stars. We can't wait to see this action, T10 action from the Lusaka Sports Ground coming to you live. Still joining us live at the Lotus.